The government is about to face one heck of a dilemma. The dilemma is, do they push on with the political imperative of getting somehow to a budget surplus in May? A budget surplus that, to be honest, no one believes, even backbenchers of the Labor Party. I think even Craig Emerson, well, OK, he's in la-la land, but even Craig Emerson would be doubting the idea that they can get to a budget surplus. Today we got pretty anaemic economic growth figures. For the quarter, it's just less than 0.5%, and for the year, they're still hoping at the best part of 3%. But here is the reality of the Australian economy as we speak. There aren't as many people buying the minerals that this country produces, which means the commodities boom is starting to pull away. That means they're not going to make the same amount of company tax and a series of other royalties that come directly as a result of the mining boom. We also know that the mining tax that was supposed to make billions of dollars and to get them to that surplus in May of next year has currently raised $0. We also know that the carbon tax that, yes, is going to take in billions of dollars, well, more than half of it is being handed out to voters directly as bribes or off to compensation for people to try and change their ways. We also see that company tax rates are down and the overall amount of money that the government is making from wages is also going down. So how the hell are they going to get to a surplus? Supposedly it's going to be through budget cuts, but which major multi-billion-dollar program are they going to cut between now and May? What are they going to do? As Chris has just spoken about for the past hour, they are going to start fiddling around the edges of the defence budget, but it's not going to be enough. So here's the question that Wayne Swan and Julia Gillard need to deal with. Which is going to be the greater political problem for them? A surplus that no one believes, or telling the truth that the country is nowhere near as economically strong for everyday Australians as they have made it out to be? Now, I'd have to say that the latter of those is probably the one that they should be taking to an election. I still stand by the idea that the best political option for them is to simply avoid a budget. I think their poll numbers will get slightly better in the next month or so, and obviously over summer, the rule, which it has been every time the Prime Minister has disappeared, is that her opinion poll numbers go up when we don't hear from her, or when she goes on a one-month holiday. I can only imagine that that will actually be the case yet again. So it'll be fascinating to see which way the government goes. But if the government wants to push on and keep pushing on to a surplus that not even economists believe, they're getting themselves into one heck of a trouble. Here's one of the examples of an economist who doesn't even think they should even be trying for the surplus.
Then I think it will be very difficult for the government to achieve a budget surplus this year, and frankly, I wouldn't recommend that they try.
So here we go. Do we come up with the fake surplus, or do we tell the truth that things are not as rosy as a government would like us to believe? Which one do you think that they will go with, and which one do you think they should embrace? The truth that's not that great, or a lie that people won't believe?